Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you today. I am way excited to teach you my favorite instrument, the ukulele. So today we're going to dive into our introduction to the ukulele. I'm going to be teaching you, hold on, let me grab my book. I am going to be teaching you from the book that I wrote with my dear friend Marty Gross called Ukuleles on Board. And instead of playing on our smart boards or our Promethean boards, we are going to be playing on our Chromebooks. So it really should be ukuleles on Chromebooks now as we get going here. I want to teach you a little bit about our instrument and the different parts of the instrument and how we hold it. So once we get into those lessons, you are ready to go. So first off, we have our different parts of our instrument. We have our body of our instrument. We have our neck. It's a nice long skinny neck. And then we have the head of our instrument. Up on the head, we have 4 tuning pegs, and each one of these is going to be attached to one of the strings that run along the fretboard of our instruments. Now, I always say, don't touch these, okay? These, when you tighten them or loosen them, it tightens the strings or loosens the strings and when it's tightened, it makes the string sound higher. When it's loosened, it makes the string sound lower. But sometimes when kids are tuning it, they're not really sure what they're doing and they over tighten it and they break strings. So it's very difficult to play an instrument if you don't have all 4 strings. So please don't touch the tuning pegs, okay? Leave this for the grown-ups in your world to take care of, whether that's me or if it's a grown-up that's at home for you, okay? So we have 4 strings on our instrument and they sound like this. To tune them, this is where a grown-up is going to have to jump in. You can download a tuning app for free on your smartphone. You can also just tune to me right now, or you could tune to your piano if you have one at home. So our bottom string, our string number 1, is our A string, and this is how it should sound. Check your instrument. Our next string is E. That's string 2. Our third string is C. And then our 4th string jumps back up and is a G string. So we have A, E, C, G. So you can tune to that if that is helpful. Okay, so we have our tuning pegs. We are not going to touch them. Okay, very good. When we are holding our instrument, we are going to make sure that the neck of our instrument is on the left side of our body for most of us. To help remind you, this is the hand that you do not write with. If you are left-handed, you'll know, okay? Our right hand, we're going to use our thumb, and I kind of say it's like a thumbs up, and then you're going to turn it, and your thumb, for our simplistic strumming, your thumb alone is going to be your pick. That's going to do all the strumming and make all the sounds on your instrument, okay? Let's just try that. We're holding our instrument with our left hand. We're not holding down any of the strings. It's just kind of held in place by our hand on the back side. And then our right hand is just going to gently strum. Can you try that with me? Very good. Okay. So we know the parts of our instrument. We know left side is the neck side, right hand is our strumming. We're going to talk a little bit about our frets and strings now, okay? So if you look at the instrument, see these little metal lines that run all the way down? These are called fret lines, okay? And when we play and we have to hold down strings, we're holding it down right in the middle of that fret. So not on the metal line. And let's say you're in the 2nd fret space, so this is number 1, this is number 2, you would want to hold it down right in the middle. I like to say it's almost like a room of a house. If you get too close to the walls, you're not going to get that good of a sound, right? I'm going to say right in the middle of the room. So our frets run from top to bottom of the instrument. So see if you can count with me. Fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, fret 4, fret 5. That's good for now. And the strings of our instrument, the one on the bottom that's closest to the floor, our A string, that's going to be string 1. Our E string is going to be string 2. Our C string is going to be string 3. And that high G string is string 4. So let's count those up from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I like to treat it as if it's floors on a hotel. So you have 4 floors on a ukulele. Floor 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rooms run this way all the way down. Our fretboards would be the rooms. Okay, so we're going to start by making our C chord. We're going to put our left hand up on the back of our instrument. Can you do that with me? And we are just going to use our third finger. So let's count. We have finger 1. Our thumb doesn't count because that's up on the back. Finger 1, 2, 3. That's what we're using. And 4. So we're going to use just the tip of our third finger. It's going to be in this nice bubble shape. And we're going to put the tip of our third finger on our bottom string, string 1. And it is in the 3rd fret space. Do you see that? My other 2 fingers, finger 1 and finger 2, they're just going to hover above because we will need those fingers for later chords. But for now, they're just going to hover above like that. So if I turn it angle-wise, you can see the only finger that is touching is my 3rd finger. Okay? I hope that's helpful. So we're going to hold the back of the instrument up against our own tummies. We don't want to lay it flat. That's how you play a dobro. We don't want to lay it flat because we know what we're doing. We don't need to look at it like that. So hold the back up against your tummy. We're going to hold that 3rd fret space down of our 1st string. Then we're going to take our thumb of our right hand and let's do some gentle strums. Try that with me. If yours doesn't sound like mine, if it's sounding kind of muted like this, you're probably not holding that string down firmly enough. So you have to push a little bit harder or adjust your thumb position. It shouldn't be painful. You might have to build up calluses just like when you play on the monkey bars outside the first time in the springtime and you haven't used them all winter and now all of a sudden your hands kind of get blisters on them, but then they harden up and they get tough and they're ready for more monkey bars. It's the same thing with ukulele. It might hurt for a little bit, but that's okay. For now, just work to adjust your hand so you can use the right amount of strength to get that right sound. The other thing you could check if you're getting a buzzing string like this, are you sitting on top of the fret line? This is what it sounds like if you're on the fret. You want to be in the middle of that room in that 3rd space. That bottom string alone should sound like this. So go ahead, practice that. Just strumming your C chord for now. All right, kids. I'm really excited for us to get into playing more on our ukuleles. I hope this helped you get started on how to hold your instrument and all the different parts of our instrument. So when we dive into harder lessons, you can just pick up where we left off. All right, thanks for making music with me today, kids. Have a great rest of your day.